Breaking news: Omoyele Sowore, the prominent human rights activist who is also the convener of the Revolution Now movement, has lambasted the Nigerian Secret Police Department of State Service for issuing a directive for his arrest on his arrival in Nigeria. Sowore, the former presidential candidate of the African Action Congress (ACC), said it is unfortunate that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration has demonstrated inability to track and arrest terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers terrorizing the country, but has been effective in hunting down those calling for good governance and standing against hunger and hardship inflicted on Nigerians by his administration. Now, a memo from the DSS was released online, which showed that they ordered for Sowore's arrest upon him landing into the country. Immediately he lands in Nigeria. The activist is currently in the US with his family, and earlier in September, it was reported that the DSS had instructed airport security and immigration authorities to intercept and detain Sowore upon his arrival in Nigeria. It was learned that the directive issued by the newly appointed DSS Director General, Adeola Ajayi, stemmed from Sowore's role in the recent 10-day #End Bad Governance protests in Nigeria. And they directed that Sowore should be detained upon his arrival in Nigeria. But Sowore quickly mocked the DSS for upgrading his status on the watch list. He knocked the Nigerian government over the failures by the EFCC to arrest Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, who has been declared wanted for money laundering for months, yet not arrested. So, my country people, Nigeria is a very funny country. It seems that when it comes to tracking of kidnappers, bandits, and terrorists, the Nigerian police, the Nigerian security agencies seems to be ineffective in that aspect. They don't have the ability to effectively track down these persons. But when it comes to tracking down innocent citizens, activists, those that are calling for good governance in Nigeria, they are so quick in tracking those people down. Even the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, is yet to be arrested by the EFCC. So it's to say that this country is a lawless country, because they place innocent people on watch lists, and then they arrest innocent people simply because they spoke against this government, they criticize this government. And it is imperative to recognize that our country, Nigeria, requires salvation, and our people need liberation, which will necessitate considerable efforts. And Sowore said he is coming back to Nigeria. He will come back soon. He won't hesitate. He's going to come back, and nothing can stop an idea whose time has come, says Sowore. So, my country people, what's really going on in Nigeria? I mean, these security agencies are fond of chasing after activists. They are fond of going after those that are speaking their mind, those people that criticize this government, which is really, terrible. The fact that we have suspects, we have terrorists on the run, we have people that ought to be called in, people that ought to be arrested on the run, the likes of Yahaya Bello and others. But calling out to Sowore, what has he done? What has Sowore done? This is more like a misplaced priority. Tinubu's government is busy arresting activists, but they've ignored all the looting that has been taking place. They've ignored the corruption. They've ignored what's happening, right under their noses, and yet they are targeting activists. This is witch hunting. This is witch hunting, and this oppression is getting out of hands. It is getting out of hands, because I don't really know how they can be so. This government is more like a hypocritical government. They tend to choose who they go after. They tend to choose who they go after. They don't go after everybody. Bandits seems to be untouchable in Nigeria. Terrorists are untouchable. Those people that are causing crisis in the north, they are untouchable. But when it comes to activists, hey, now there you go see the Nigerian police. When it comes to protesters, the Nigerian army, they are gallant. When it comes to innocent persons, those that are speaking their minds, you will see the security agencies, the DSS will come and pick you up immediately. So this is not what we want. This is a very bad system of government, and I'm sure everybody is watching. All eyes are on Nigeria. The whole world is watching what's happening in this country. Sometimes I wonder how Tinubu gets to visit other countries and shake hands with world leaders when his country is wallowing in suffering and hardship and oppression, when his security agencies are going around oppressing people, and then he goes out of the country and shake hands with world leaders. I wonder how they see this president. I wonder how they see our president. Seriously, I wonder if they truly regard President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because in his mind he may think that, oh, they don't know what's happening. They know, they are quite aware. And I wonder what may be going in the minds of some of them, because they'll be like, look at this man. After oppressing his people, he comes to seek, Tinubu is always looking out for investors when the economic sector of this country is not stable. When we are yet to boast of our stability, of our economic stability, this government goes around looking for investors. Meanwhile, in the country, foreign investors are leaving. Foreign investors are packing out with their businesses. They are moving out. Businesses are no longer thriving. SMEs, small-scale businesses, they are not thriving, not to talk of huge-scale business in this country. So this list from the DSS, now they are calling out for Sowore. The next person would be who? Deji Adeyanju or others. This is too much. Look at what's happening in Edo State. How the police mysteriously carried about 10 PDP chieftains, arrested them for nothing. And it seems that they've charged them to court. Just carried them to Abuja. All for what? Because they are scared that these guys are going to mobilize. They are going to mobilize ahead of the election. So why are they trying to oppress people? This oppression is too much. And Sowore saying he will come back despite him being on a wanted list. Well, I don't really know if Sowore is going to come back or not. But then, let's watch how everything will go. Because once anybody is arrested by the DSS, it takes only the grace of God and by the calls and interventions of other persons, civil society organizations, foreign bodies, for them to release you. Like what they did to Joe Ajuro. They carried him, whisked him away. He was arrested, and then they said they called him for questioning, but he did not attend. So many talks here and there. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comments section. Thank you.